This is Andi Purewal for Boxing News. I'm joined by Junaid Bostan here in Sheffield. Junaid, good to see you. Straight back out, an early one for you this year, but before we come on to all of that, how are you? How was the festive and New Year period?
I'm all good, thank you. The festive period is a bit frustrating, I don't like it either. It feels like a Saturday or Sunday, you don't know which day is which, and you feel like it's a Sunday and then you find out it's a Wednesday and you're sparring, so it's a little mad for me, but yeah, we're good. It's good seeing you, Andy, but do you know what the thing is? Yeah, where's Rob? Rob's slacking. As much as I like Rob, yeah, he's slacking. I know you can't say it, but I'm going to say it for Rob. Get your ass here, yo. It'd be nice to see you.
You could take that one up with Rob, Junaid, but here I am. You return on the 31st. Nice to get back out active at the beginning of the year.
Yeah, man, definitely. Starting the year as I mean to go on the English title. Everyone's keep on going on to me, oh, the English title, but I don't think I've paid too much mind to it. I've just really focused on what the job at task, which is Bilal Fawaz, 10 rounds, and of course it's in London, so I'll reap the rewards and I'll focus on what I've achieved after I've got the win.
This fight, how do you anticipate it playing out? What are you hoping to gain from it, from this bout?
A win.
Other than a win, what do you hope to show?
A good performance, an emphatic performance. Like in my head, I'm going to win regardless. So if that means I have to perform bad and I'm getting out of the mud, then I'll do that. I'm prepared to do whatever I need to do. But for me, it's about performing, and I want to perform good, as always. Yeah, at the end of the day, like people want to talk, oh, I want to get the rounds in, I want to get a knockout. Listen, I'm capable of both. It's either going to be a 10-round display of class with an emphatic performance, or I'm going to knock him out. Regardless of which way it goes, I'm happy with either.
I know you're very critical of your own performances, and in the past where maybe the stoppages haven't presented themselves, you've had a bit of frustration with yourself that you haven't found that shot to finish a fight. But is that something which you don't put as much pressure on yourself heading into bouts now?
Not necessarily. I think what it is, when I was younger, I think even though I was relaxed in my own brain, you're trying to impress, and I think we're all guilty of it. Whereas now I feel the more you, in fact, every time I've got someone knocked out, it's been with a shot I've never intended to knock them out with. So with me, I feel if it's going to come, it's going to come. And the more I do these camps and the more I spar these long rounds and the more I get in these rounds, and the more I realise 10 rounds is a long time. That is half an hour. The moment ding ding, round one goes, you've got half an hour and it's ticking. Half an hour is a long time to find a shot. But I don't need to look for it, it'll come. He's there to be hit. So yeah.
Provided the 31st goes to plan, it then sets up the rest of the year for yourself. What are the goals for 2025?
It'll be nice to be knocking on the door for a British, if not fighting for the British, if I'm honest. But if I'm honest, I ain't looking past it. January 31st, English title. All this room talks and everything, it's a distraction. I can talk about it all after, and trust me, I've got the gift of the gab. I'll be talking a lot after, so yeah.
I'm still going to talk to you about it now. Before Ishmael fought Bohachuk, I asked him if he won that fight, do you think yourself and Junaid, it's something which is in back of the queue almost because he'd be at a higher level? No, he hasn't won that fight. Obviously, he was stopped in that battle. He retired in his corner. Do you think there's a chance that we could see the two of you square off this year now?
Yeah, of course. I know Ish has done very well. He's had a good. It's been a mad year for him, of course. Like he's financially set his family with 2 big fights. He's not disgraced himself at all. Weren't far off beating Josh Kelly, obviously against my man, the Ukrainian. I don't even want to disgrace the name, he's a world level guy. He's been in with Virtual OT, so he's not disgraced himself at all. I know he's got his eyes set on the British. If he has the British, I'll be knocking on the door for it. So of course it's a fight down there to be made, but fair play to Ish. He's doing his thing.
Fight for 2025, then you think, if he can collect that British title?
If he's got the British, most definitely, yeah.
What did you make of his performance against Bohachuk?
Listen, I'm not being funny here. He had 3 weeks' notice. Not many people would take that on the notice he had. I think he's done that for both Josh Kelly and the Ukrainian, so credit when it's due. And the funny thing is, 9 times out of 10, if me and him were to meet down the line, he'll have a full camp for me and I'll have a full camp for him. So I'll be looking for the best Ishmael Davis and he'll be looking for the best Junaid Bostan. Me and Ish are alright, to be fair with you. When it comes to the ring, and shit hits the fan, we're going to go for it. But for right now, I think everyone's trying to spin a narrative like, oh, we're going to get out, what's happening, what's kicking. But Ish is cool, I'm cool, we know what's what. And if I ever had an issue, I know his phone number, he knows mine, and that's that.
I'm interested to know, Junaid, let's say if you was in a position that Ishmael was in and you was offered either the Josh Kelly fight or the Bohachuk fight on, say, 2 weeks' notice, would you have accepted it, or would you have thought you want to build to those fights?
Issues in a completely different situation to mine. I'm 22, I'm young, so if you're telling me, if you're putting me into Ish's body, no did I, but if you're putting me into his body, yeah, and I'm having to decide for him, yeah, probably, yeah, definitely. It's a load of money, it's a big opportunity. Yeah, definitely. I'm not being funny. If you're getting offered a final eliminator for a world title at your weight at 29, 30 years of age, you're going to take it with both hands, and he's set his family up financially, so yeah, credit to him.
Just a week after you, obviously Dalton returns as well. What does Dalton show back here in, well, not back here, in Nottingham rather?
He's on the full sweep, British, Commonwealth, soon to be European champion. God willing, after it's only the world title, so he's done it the traditional way. He's going to do his thing, and God willing, he performs well and gets the knockout.
A lot of talk about that Adam Azim fight, Junaid. Do you a little tired yourself hearing about it?
I'm bored of it, yo. If I'm honest with you, Adam's a good guy, Dalton's a good guy, but there's people around him with a bit divvies, if I'm honest with you. So, yeah, Adam's cool, Dalton's cool. Everyone wants to spin a narrative, but certain people around them, they're idiots, and they shouldn't really be listening to them. So, yeah, that's what I should be saying.
Well, Junaid, listen, I appreciate your time. You've got a busy day of media. Just get through here, so thanks for speaking to me. Good luck on the 31st. Hopefully Rob's out for you.
Yeah, it's also shout out Rob, yo. Shout out Rob. My man. That picture, do you know, of the Boxing News magazine? Yeah. That's a big thing to me. You don't get it, like, that made me feel happy. The 10-year-old me would be so happy with that. Like, I'm going to get that framed, you know, the ones to watch. Mia Moses, front page. I love that. Shout out Rob.